what's up? It's Athena. How are you doing?
There we go. You have to introduce yourself as the wrestling goddess.
Yes,
is
wrestling goddess.
There you go. How exactly did you earn that title?
Basically, when I was training, Skandar Akbar actually gave me the title.
Really?
Yeah. He's actually my trainer.
Okay.
I've been in the business 3 years now, believe it or not, goodness. But, yeah, I was wrestling one of the guys one day, and he's like, you know, you're just a goddess, you know, just wrestling goddess. And then ever since then, it's been plastered all over posters everywhere. So.
You know, that is a pretty high compliment coming from Skandar Akbar. And
yes,
for those that don't know, you have to explain to them that Skandar is a pretty much a legend within the Texas area. Back in the days of WCCW, World Class Championship Wrestling.
Oh, yeah. He used to roll around with Danny Hodge, Devon Eric. If it was anybody in World Class, he probably wrestled them, kicked their butts, you know, the whole spiel. So.
And is that what you're doing now?
Not so much kicking butts right now, but, yeah, I'm on my hiatus, so to speak. I will be wrestling in the next couple of weeks, actually, at Booker T's PWA, and then also at Anarchy Championship Wrestling in Austin, Texas. So, but for right now, just kicking it back, relaxing, trying to kick a little weight as well. You know, after Christmas, everyone gains about 50 pounds. I can tell you I had enough Oreo cream pie to go around for, like, I don't know, about 80 people at least. So.
Wow. Okay. You still dealing with Christmas stuff? Come on now.
No, but I use it as an excuse for working out, like I should.
Okay, because we've seen your picture. You know, we've seen the Athena poster. We've seen the picture. You know, if you have not seen her, you need to go to her MySpace page. Yes, MySpace still exists. That's right. You need to go to her MySpace page and check her out.
Yeah, go to myspace.com. What?
Mm-hmm. No, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure that there's still some other little sites out there that your photo exists on, but that's the first one I can think of.
I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, you just like you say, you're going with Booker T's wrestling organization, and I'm pretty sure with you going there for a show, they're gonna have your picture on the poster somewhere.
Oh yeah, awesome. Actually, on the June poster for our Tag Team Explosion, I am on the poster for the first time at Booker T CWA. I'm really excited about that. It's like a huge accomplishment.
Do you have a tag team partner?
I do not. So I don't even know who my opponent is for that day. You believe it or not. I actually just got like a copy of the poster like this morning. I was like, oh wait, awesome! I'm on the poster. That's believe it or not, like normally
tag team explosion, but I don't have a partner yet.
Well, I mean, hopefully if everything works out, I can get another girl to come in, like Jessica James, who started off at Booker T's PWA. She's probably one of my closest friends in this business. She's been doing this way longer than I have done. I don't know if we can say these types of words on air, so I will try to edit everything as much as possible. But she does a heck of a job in the ring. But I keep trying to edit myself, so I don't know.
And, you know, I appreciate it. I do appreciate your control, because I know how y'all can be during the midst of your promos. You can, you know, fly off the deep end every once in a while. But that's okay. That's all right.
Well, look, if it makes you feel any better, I have never cussed during a promo. I've never said a swear or anything like that. So.
You haven't? Never?
Never. It's so disrespectful.
Okay.
You know, if we're hanging out at a bar, that's a different thing. I'll talk to you under a table.
Is this heel Athena that I'm talking to, or is this face Athena?
This is everyday life Athena.
Okay, everyday life Athena. Now, for those that are not in the Texas area and do not have the privilege of seeing you work or catching your video, which, of course, they could probably catch on the Internet by this time, tell them who Athena is, what she's about, before we go into the meat of your interview. Just give them a quick rundown of who Athena is. Okay,
well, I'm the wrestling goddess Athena. I'm 21 years old. I won't say my weight because you guys shouldn't ask about that. I've been doing this for 3 years. Absolutely love it. I'm 21 years old. Basically, I got in the business because my grandfather, he was a big lover of the wrestling world. I remember my first match, I think, had something to do with Hulk Hogan. Other than that, I don't really remember. But
okay.
Growing up as a kid, I really didn't like wrestling too much. It was like I used to go stay with believe it or not, I used to go stay with my grandparents like every summer, and in the countryside, it's all like, okay, well, you can either watch TV or clean. And it was either wrestling, westerns, like Bonanza and MASH and stuff like that, or it was wrestling. so you can take which one I could pick.
You chose wrestling to get out of work.
Basically. But, after a while, I started to love it, And then I did a lot of sports and, elementary and stuff. So I broke off from wrestling a bit, and then I think right when I got, to middle school, I started watching again, fell in love with Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit, even Kurt Angle in the milk truck, And, I don't know, that's when I started loving it again. And around my senior year in high school, my grandfather died, and the last thing he said, we were talking about wrestling a bit right before he went on, and he was like, I see you up there doing that, and we just kind of laughed it off, and I think that next night he died, but, yeah, I didn't talk to anyone for maybe 3 or 4 months. I was in high school, I was cheerleader, soccer player, I quit all my sports and everything, and then maybe, about 4 or 5 months later, I was like, you know what, I'm going to start wrestling.
Wow.
And, I looked up schools where I lived, found Skandar Akbar, showed me the ropes, and the rest is history. But, yeah, if you guys actually want to go see me online or anything, I have videos on YouTube, but most of them are posted on my MySpace. So that would be myspace.com/WG06Athena. So, yep, go check that out if you want to go look at me, see what I can do and stuff, and make sure I'm not overweight from eating all that Oreo cream pie. So.
Oh, please. Now, can you actually trace the match? Can you think back in the Rolodex in your mind and trace the match where you say, you know what, this is something that I could really get into?
The match? Ooh.
The match. I know that. I know
that
I put you on the spot.
That match. Wow. I remember, okay, I will show you glimpses. I can tell you glimpses of things I was just like, yeah, I could do that. First time I saw China. And that was a little bit after DX broke up when China had the women's title. I was like, whoa. All right.
Okay.
Woo. She's kicking butt, and then I saw Lita. She did the moonsault, and I was like, oh, my God, that's the most amazing thing ever. I can flip. I can tumble. But I think what had to do it for me was the individual known as the most electrifying man in sports entertainment, The Rock.
Okay.
That and the love of my life, Randy Orton. Keep that a secret, though. Just seeing The Rock and the rest of you listening to this radio show right now. But, I think I was flipping channels again, maybe around high school, saw The Rock talking to Hulk Hogan, and just went ballistic. I was like, oh, my God, what is this? What is this, And I'd seen The Rock previously before, like Nation of Domination Rock, which no one really cared about, and then Rocky Maivia, no one really cared about that either, but The Rock, the Brahma Bull, that's what did it for me, It was like, wow, God, I wish I could talk like that on the mic. I wish I could do the rock bottom. I wish I could, get on the trampoline, take off my little Rock imitation elbow pad, throw it out to the dogs, hit each side of the trampoline, and drop the rock bottom,
All right.
It was just awesome. It was just awesome growing up, And, that and Stone Cold. And, I have a little brother, and he was always, we always fought over being The Rock, But the next one was Stone Cold. Yeah, even now, if you talk to anybody, it's either you're The Rock or you're Stone Cold Steve Austin. There's no in between.
Wow.
But, just, I don't know, those guys just had such an impact on my life. Even, the Kurt Angles who did, 50,000 German suplexes. Even, I don't know. I mean, to just point out one moment where I was just like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this for the rest of my life, I don't care what anybody says, would be quite a, how can I say this? It wouldn't be fair to all the other things that I've seen on TV, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You know, from the Buried Alive matches, the random Buried Alive matches on Raw and SmackDown, and the random all-around-the-arena match where they're going through and hitting each other, opening doors and stuff like that. And not to mention the 24/7 hardcore title, because who doesn't miss that?
Oh, man. Well, I could see that you were a big WWE fan without question, because you bringing out the hardcore title, which was interesting to say the least.
Well, you know what? Even another, like, weird fact about me, I never knew that there was a WCW until the day that they announced it. Yes, I know it's crazy. But I didn't know that there was a WCW until Shane McMahon showed up.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's pretty bad, isn't it?
Do you some DVDs?
If you don't mind, I have plenty now. All my friends have reimbursed me with the WCW knowledge, or they're currently trying to. So.
Oh, man. I might have to go into my vault, my personal vault, and dig out some stuff for you. You got to see the WCW stuff.
Oh, yeah, I've been told many a time.
Now, granted, you know, I'm pretty sure there's some workers out there that's gonna say WCW is crap to work for, but you know, they still have some good moments, some good matches, and you know, it's what made the WWF at the time what it was. They did it because WCW was killing them in the ratings.
Yeah, and I mean, I've seen not a lot, so. You can't quiz me on anything WCW and expect me to know it. So, but
no.
From what I've seen, like the NWO. Yeah, you can quiz me all day on WWF. I'll just go around the corner and now I saw my friends.
Okay.
I'm kidding. But yeah, I never really knew anything about WCW, and then you saw the Booker T's and who else? Chris Benoit, and like recently I watched the DVD about the Four Horsemen, and It's just crazy. It's crazy. Like, how much stuff I don't know compared to the stuff I do. And I'm like, wow. You have your Arn Andersons. You have your Ricky the Dragon Steamboats. I mean, it's just like, wow, how did I miss all this? And I thought I watched a lot of wrestling, you know? And then you have, there's just so much out there.
Oh, yeah. See, I liked a lot of the primetime players, but I like some of those mid-card guys, too. Like, I was a Tully Blanchard man. You know, I enjoyed Tully's work.
If I was a Four Horseman, I would have to be Tully Blanchard. All right, he was absolutely awesome.
He was a workhorse, and if I owned a promotion and I could put two guys together like Arn and Tully, I'd get them every time. They were on it, and that's what you need. Athena needs her Arn Anderson. You need somebody that can complement your style so well that y'all can do stuff without even thinking about it. But that's
maybe.
It sounds like
we'll save that for another day.
Sounds like he has some single title aspirations, or single star aspirations. Is that where you're heading to?
God, I would love to hold the title like I used to. I actually was in Arkansas working for Rodney Mack and Jazz Red Dog, and I had the most gorgeous belt ever. And
really?
I was the Texas Women's Champion. You know, they brought up all the girls from Texas, and I just beat them down one by one. And I earned this title. I earned it, all right? I didn't cheat to win. I earned it.
And you know, somehow or another, that sounds like I didn't cheat to win.
I don't care.
I didn't cheat.
Look, I don't have to cheat to win. If someone trips over the ring apron and busts their face or something, I'm just going to roll them over for the quick 1, 2, 3. That's not cheating.
The more I talk to you, Athena, I'm starting to believe that you may have a little bit of a, how can I put it delicately, a vicious streak in you in terms of what you do inside of the ropes.
There is nothing vicious about me outside of the ring. All right?
Okay.
So I I just don't know why you're inferring these types of things. I mean,
that's
in the ring,
my job.
in the ring, who isn't vicious? You know, who isn't going to go for the 1, 2, 3? Who isn't going to work their hardest? I guarantee you step in the ring with, who's your favorite wrestler? Who is the person that you look up to? Let me ask you that. I'm going to ask questions for a little bit.
Okay. Well, you mean currently or just overall? Kurt Hennig was my man throughout for a long period of time.
Kurt Hennig. All right, Mr. Perfect himself.
There you go.
Outside the ring, you could probably shake his hand or give you a nice little autograph or anything like that. But if you're standing between him and his paycheck, he's going to be the most vicious SOB in there, in the arena. Okay? So, vicious, maybe. Maybe in the ring. Opportunistic? Yes. Hard work?
Is that what you call it? Opportunistic?
Yes, of course.
Oh, okay.
Who wouldn't call it opportunistic?
I'm with you. I'm going to have to do some research on some of your matches and watch you in action. I've seen you in one of the matches off of your MySpace, and you seem to be a very accomplished performer. Didn't see anything.
Sir, call it what it is. This is a sports entertainment business. I'm going to need you to call it. I am a sports entertainer. I am not a wrestler. I'm not a performer. Sports entertainer.
Okay. Well, I have to watch myself because everybody takes a different title. Like, I talk to some people and say, I am a professional wrestler. Then, now I have you, I'm a sports entertainer. So, I have to watch what I say. Which brings me, now that I have you on here, this is where we're going to get into your insider knowledge.
Right.
I'm pretty sure you just said you was at a Raw viewing party, so apparently you are a WWE watcher.
Yes, I am.
Is it safe to say that Vince McMahon does not concern himself with, quote, wrestling fans?
With what?
With wrestling fans. Do you believe that?
He doesn't concern himself with wrestling fans? Is that what you're asking me?
Mm-hmm.
The fans have made this business what they are today. And Vince has to, my professional opinion, Vince has to concern himself with the fans, because without the fans, WWE would be nothing. Without the WWE universe, WWE would be nothing. Because there would be no merchandise sales.
Mm-hmm.
There would be no merchandise sales.
Wrestling fans. Because, at this
wrestling
point,
fans?
Vince wants casual viewers. In my opinion, I think that once he made the transition to sports entertainment, it was like, wrestling fans he knows he's going to get. As long as, there's a WWE, wrestling fans are going to come and watch the show. Casual viewers are what makes him extra money. It's like when the circus comes to town. Let's just go, let's watch the pyro, let's watch them do their thing in the ring, you know what I'm saying? The more people he can get outside of the wrestling bubble, the bigger he's going to be. Which brings up, WWE studios and whatever else he does outside of that.
That is a great point there. Vince does have, in this business, you try to reach out to people, but the way he's trying to reach out to grab more people and draw them into the business. You know what I'm saying? It's not like one of those, all right, well, we're just going to get that soccer mom. All right, play Orton and DiBiase, no shirts. I don't think it's that type of thing, All right, this show just got out. Let's play, I don't know, let's get the divas out there. Let's do something with the divas. CSI just went off. I don't think it would be something like that, I think what he's trying to do is he's trying to expand the business and make it bigger than what it already is. And by bringing in the celebrities every week, all he's trying to do is expand the business. There's nothing, he might be trying to get that casual viewer, but he's trying to turn that casual viewer into a hardcore, die-hard fan. I mean, look at any of us who's watched wrestling back in the day. Have we seen a significant change? Yes, we have. Is it the same stuff that we used to see? Yes, it has. But also, at the same point in time, I was watching, what was it, TNA. I was watching TNA with one of my close friends. He has a younger son. And at the same time, no offense to this individual because I'm about to say what I've got to say.
Okay.
I believe a couple of weeks ago, Orlando Jordan did something with caution tape. This whole weird dancing with caution tape. Okay, would you really want an 8-year-old kid to see that? Yeah, we understand wrestling die hard. We're all about the violence, all about, the cussing. Back in the day, yeah, you never knew what was going to happen on Raw. You never knew what was going to happen on SmackDown. But when you drop to the point where little kids are going to watch this, I mean, yeah, when did we get hits on wrestling? Around 11, 12-ish, 8-ish? Maybe even earlier than that. That's the main age that you're like, oh, did you see The Rock kick butt? Oh, did you see John Cena give an F you? That's what we're watching at that time. We're looking for that edge. We're looking for that violence. But for that to happen and an 8-year-old to be watching that, like, we literally had to change the channel because I'm like, and he's looking at me like, oh, you play this in front of my kid? I'm like, dude, I had no idea this was going to happen. I mean, yeah. The gimmick itself, love it. All right, I'm a grown woman. I love the gimmick. I think it is hilarious. All right, I think it is inventive. I think it's diverse, and I think that's what's capturing different crowds. Even with that one Orlando Jordan, even with him doing that, think about how many other people he's drawing in, splitting channels. Oh, what's this? That's an attention grabber. And Vince is doing that exact same thing. He's just doing it in a different way. Does that make sense? I guess I'm trying to. Everybody's trying to expand. That's what I'm trying to say. Even ROH. ROH is trying to expand. Dragon's Gate is trying to expand. It's all about expanding, getting that viewership. But I think, just pulling toward different audiences. TNA sees more viewers in the old school Attitude Era type feel. But Vince is looking more for a kid-friendly type feel. Like, there are more kids in the world that are going to watch this. Parents won't turn the channel on this. TNA is like, all right, someone's going to get hit with a glass wall today. And while they're thinking that, all right, that's going to draw more adults. That's going to draw more merchandise sales. That's going to draw this. Actually, yeah, a kid would like to see someone hit with a piece of glass, too, Let's throw them in there, too. You know what I'm saying? I don't see anything wrong with the way they're promoting themselves. But because they're directing themselves towards a certain crowd.
Now I must ask Athena. No, go ahead. Go.
And if that's drawing the casual viewers to that, they're doing it for a reason. So that's what I have to say about that. And maybe I went on a long rant. But that's what grinds my gears.
You're perfectly fine. And I'm going to take this time to say, if you're just tuning in and you're just starting to listen, you are in the middle of a conversation with Mr. Green, and Athena is the wrestling goddess, and we are chatting it up about some of the ongoings in the world of wrestling, and in between that, we're talking about her career and goals and et cetera, et cetera. And since you brought up TNA, do you watch the TNA product?
Not as much as I would like. No, not as much as I like to. Like, I recently just moved to a different area, and I'm not going to say where because I know you MySpace stalkers are listening, okay? I know you're out there. But I just moved to an area, and I'm still setting up my place. This is where I just moved to a new area, so I'm just still, that's why I'm on my hiatus, by the way. But I'm just now getting all my furniture and stuff moved in, and I've yet to get my DVR. So the only time I get to watch TNA is when I go to viewing parties and stuff like that, like every Monday or Thursday night. And that's actually what they're doing now with me doing the interview. So they DVR'd it, so they have to wait for me. So
okay. Indeed.
But yeah, I mean, I think TNA made an awesome move by going to Monday nights. Like I said before, I love their Attitude Era feel because that's what I grew up watching. I grew up watching that type of stuff, Firsthand, like I just said a minute ago, firsthand I experienced, the parents' point of view of it. Like, I don't want my kid to see that. Why is this on TV? But at the same time, I enjoy TNA separately from WWE. I probably enjoy it as much as I do WWE. Or even more so, the women's wrestling is amazing there. I'm not saying that WWE's is bad, just saying that, TNA's pulling in more of the indie workers, so to speak, as well. So
I think that they've made a significant difference in the industry. I don't believe that WWE's women's division would be as good as it is now had not TNA made it good there first.
I want to say I disagree. I personally know some of.
Disagree?
Well, no. Like, I personally know some of the girls in both companies, and I mean, the girls who get picked up with WWE, they go to FCW, they train really hard. They do this every single day, trying to be as good as they can possibly be. And girls like Alicia Fox, who just blow me away every time they get in the ring. But, I mean, at the same time, Alicia Fox has been training maybe 4 or 5 years before she even got moved up to TV. But at the same time, like, here's my thing. If you put Alicia Fox and let's go with Taylor Wilde, because I think, I want to say they've been working around the same time. All right, Alicia Fox has been working for 4 or more years. I'm not going to degrade her there, but she's been working a very long time, and she deserves to be where she is. And you have Taylor Wilde, who's been doing that exact same thing. I think she's ran the indie circuit maybe once or twice, and then she went to TNA. But you put these two girls together, they've been training around the same amount of time. But to say that Taylor Wilde, what I'm trying to say is these two girls, in my opinion, are equally great. Can Taylor Wilde do stuff that Alicia Fox can? Yes. Can Alicia Fox do things better than Taylor Wilde can? Yes. You know, but you put these two girls side by side, and it's like, wow, okay, one went to the double, one went to TNA. You know, but to say one group is better because they work harder, I don't really see that. I think the only thing that TNA has on WWE, TNA has more experience. I can say that. Because most of these girls, like ODB, who's ran the indie circuit, like, for years on it. You have Velvet Sky, even. Velvet Sky and Lucy Valdera, who's ran the Texas circuit a couple of times. And, oh my gosh, who's the third one? Help me out here, I can't think of her name. Madison.
Oh, man, I thought you was going Angelina Love, but yeah, Madison Rain, or Lexi Lane, as she was known on the indies.
Yeah, Madison, and, even, Angelina, I was going to call her by her old name. I mean, you have these girls who ran the indie circuit so many times, and they're so good, and they have the experience because of it. But if you transfer over to WWE, these girls are gorgeous and beautiful models that have athletic talent, but they haven't been working as long as these girls. But the example I was trying to use, if you get two of those same girls that have been working for that same amount of time, you know, basically if you put them on the same level, they're equal. So, I mean, to say that, yeah, TNA right now, yeah, they have the more experienced girls, but that's just because WWE, their girls haven't been in the business long enough at the same time.
True. Now, what I meant when I said I disagree a little, and I'll explain why.
Okay.
I agree with you on the point that they're equal in terms of ability. I don't think that the company, the WWE, put as much emphasis on the women until TNA started doing it first. I'm sure you remember a while ago, WWE's women at one point they had a pretty strong division at one point with Trish and Lita and so on and so forth. But when the Trisha started leaving and Lita started leaving and Chyna left and Ivory left, then somehow it turned into let's have a gravy bowl match or, you know, let's ruffle around.
They had to do that. Think about why they had to do that, though. Even it's like a cycle, you know. You have your good people here. I don't have to hire this person. I don't have to hire anybody new. I don't have to train anybody new because I have these 5, 6 people that are always going to be here. And that's kind of what's going on with WWE right now. If you look at it now, you have your Triple H's, you have your Takers, you have your Shawn Michaels. And what you're seeing now is they're trying to bring up all these people. They're recycling people. And that's right now, they pushed Sheamus. They pushed Swagger. I mean, they're recycling. They're trying to make all these people as great as once was there. So, you know, it's like a recycling thing, but it's going to be a lot harder with girls because girls are hard to come by, especially for WWE standards.
Oh, yeah,
because
absolutely.
1, you have to be drop dead gorgeous. 2, you have to these models, I don't know if you guys know this. I don't know if you guys know this, but the models that they get, drop dead gorgeous, they have to have athletic ability. They will not take them if they are not athletic in any type of way. And they put them through a 7-day training course at the facility. And basically, if they're not good, they cut them. So the girls you're seeing right now are the cream of the crop, and they're absolutely amazing. You have Eve, who's doing flips. I know she got picked up from the Diva Search, but, I mean, look how far she's came since she's been up there. But at the same time, TNA, they're not going to take the risk of hiring an inexperienced worker at the same time. They're going to hire someone. All right, we have ODB that's been going around the block. Let's get her. All right, I have Angelina Love with Drop Dead Gorgeous. Let's throw her up in there. All right, Daphne, where's she at? All right, go look like a zombie, kid. Get out there. You know,
and that's exactly the point. I agree with that. They weren't going to take the chance on getting a model, and that became part of their promotion. On the TV end of it, they were like, oh, you know, let's make these promos about how good our girls are. And they did that for about a good year, where they kind of advertised the fact that our girls don't do pillow fights and lingerie contests and this and that. And then suddenly the WWE's women started meeting that standard, and to a point now that I would easily say that, you know, Michelle McCool does phenomenal matches. Eve, you know, when they're given the time to do it, they can do a phenomenal match.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, TNA has almost gone the opposite route, because they overkill the beautiful people with
actually right now, I don't know what's going on with TNA actually right now. I know they have the beautiful people, but if you've noticed, they've gone from 2 to 3 matches of knockouts to like 1.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ever since then, they've gone the opposite direction. They've kind of dropped down.
I don't think it's because. I think it's because they're trying to push more of the other angles, because for a while the Knockouts division was actually running TNA, or from what I see, I can't say that because I know, but from what I saw, it looked like the Knockouts division was running TNA. You had Gail and Kong main eventing 3-4 weeks in a row, and then you had the beautiful people versus Taylor Wilde, and then Sarita came, and then, I mean, it almost seemed like the Knockout division was engulfing TNA. Let's just say it the way it was. And I mean, it actually seemed pretty awesome for a while. You know, it's like, all right, we have girls that can hold their own too.
Thing, though. Yes, but was that a bad thing? I mean, I know people that actually enjoyed the fact that the Knockouts were, like you said, they were engulfing TNA, but it wasn't like it was bad. I mean, the night that they had the New Year's Eve Knockout tournament, the entire show was them for 4 hours. You know, it was all knockouts. And it wasn't a bad thing. It was actually a good show. I sat there and looked at it. So, I
enjoyed it. I got to see, like, the tail end of it, but, I mean, from what it seemed like, the thing I like with TNA, let me put this out here as well, they're not afraid to put someone out there and expect any less of great from them at the same time. Like, even with the Daphne push, the push that she got for the title, you know, it's like, all right, well, let's see where this goes. Let's throw the crazy girl out there, you know. And I like the way they give everyone the ball. They're gonna let you have the ball and let you run with it until you mess up, basically. And even then, I rarely see a mess up. I mean, maybe it's just me. But with WWE, they have their select girls. They have, I hate to put it this way, they have their girls that have been around the block a couple of times, you know. Melina's been around the block a couple of times on the indie circuit, you know. Nikki's been on there. Sadly, she's gone now, but even then,
that is part of the news. She's released.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that when I heard it, but, you know, stuff happens.
But really, what else did she have to accomplish? I think she had done everything that she could really do.
You never know.
She's been, you know, she won the Divas title. She won the Women's Championship, you know, a couple of occasions. So I don't know the specifics as to why she was released. You know, just on the outside looking in, I was like, I don't know what else she could have accomplished. I think she pretty much pulled off everything that she really may have wanted to do, other than having a consistent paycheck.
That is true.
That's always a plus. But now here's your
I
own
think that's something. What's up? Ask away.
Now here's your on-the-spot question.
All right.
You given the choice, which would you rather work for? As a female sports entertainer, would you take it to TNA and go into the Knockout division, or would you go to WWE and go for the Divas?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you, actually. I see perks in both places. I mean, you have TNA, which is, as soon as you get there, you're on TV, but at WWE, you go to Florida, you train every day till they get a spot for you ready on TV. It's a very hard decision to make, and if I was presented with that, I don't know what I would do, especially, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I can do that girls can't do, and that'd be a long, in-depth conversation with myself and my mama. But yeah,
okay.
If the opportunity presented itself, I can't even tell you which one I would go to be honest, because I'm so evenly matched with both of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's
just fair enough. But now let's start with something else then. Do you have any other aspirations to work at any other promotion? Not necessarily TNA or WWE, any other promotion in general?
I've almost got all my stuff ready to go to Shimmer. Basically, they've been talking about me on the message board a little bit, and
okay.
And hopefully, my footage guy can get all that stuff together and I can send it off to him as soon as possible. But I've been to Mexico. Really don't want to go ever again.
Well, now you have to explain why. Why don't you want to go back? So some people have very
I've been to
stories
Mexico. There's some horrible places to work down in Mexico. I actually went with a group of friends. I worked with a group of friends or whatever like that. We went down there. And just to let you guys know, that is a long trip to Mexico. Border Patrol, horrible. And we went down to Mexico, and we stayed in this horrible hotel. I think it was like $5 a night to stay in. It was some, run-of-the-mill motel. Opened up the door, literally had the roaches scattering everywhere, and I was like, I'll stay in the rental car.
Well, when you tell me $5 a night, I'm already a little worried about it.
So we go through. We work a couple of shows, and I don't even remember where we were, to be honest with you. I know we were. It's where they filmed CMLL, because we were in the same city as that. But it wasn't CMLL. But there's a whole bunch of itty bitty shows going around town to town, not town to town, but place to place to place to place. And what we were doing, it was like, all right, we do one show, get $15 here. Then go to another show, get another $20, $30 there. Then go here and then go here and there. And we ended up working about 16 shows in 3 days. And that enough killed me. But the girls I got to wrestle there didn't really appreciate them too much. It was lucha is a very different style of wrestling, and I trained with a couple of lucha guys up in Dallas. They run shows and bazaars and stuff like that because I feel that you need to know every type of wrestling, in my opinion. But we went there and it was just a whole bunch of rolling. All right, let's roll. Woo. Or it's funny stuff, and I'm not a funny person. I'll joke around with you all day, but I'm not a comedic person when it comes to being in the ring. And they're sitting here playing Ring Around the Rosie with the referee, and I'm like, all right, I want to punch you. Come here. I'm not going to chase you. And then you end up looking stupid by the end of the match, But, yeah, I went and did that, and, I've had my fill. If I have the urge to wrestle lucha, I'll go right down the street and do it, or get a Houston or San Antonio. But, I've had my fill of wrestling in Mexico. It wasn't the best experience ever, but, I did it. I can at least be like, all right, wrestled in Mexico, check. But, hopefully,
you can take that off the list now.
Yeah, I can take that off the list. I am an international wrestler. Check. But, other places I want to wrestle, I have a friend that lives in Germany. I got to wrestle her. She came to the United States to wrestle. Her name's the Baroness Simone. But I want to go up there and wrestle with her. I want to travel to New England. Hopefully, if everything goes through, I might get to go to South Africa coming at the next year. And I really want to go to Japan, too, but don't know how well I do in Japan because they look like they hurt people. Like really, really bad. Like, I'm going to jump off the top rope and do a corkscrew on top of you. Oh, wait, I weigh 50 pounds more than you.
Are you willing to take that punishment?
I probably would. I'm not going to lie. I'd probably be like, ooh, this is going to hurt really bad and crumble. And as long as I have some biofreeze and hydrocodone, I'll be fine on the plane trip home.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. That's a pretty lengthy plane ride. It's like you're going to be in the air for a day.
Yeah. Something like that. I think it's like 12, 14 hours, something like that.
You better get that iPod already.
Oh, yeah, you already know it. So, yeah, I mean, there's so much stuff I want to do. As far as, like, United States wrestling goes, I do want to travel more up north. So if any of you guys are listening out there, I really want to travel up north. I've been to OVW once, which was an amazing accomplishment. I really want to go there again. I want to wrestle in Ohio. I have some friends that live up there. Man, I also want to do New Jersey All-Pro, or that seems like a pretty good place as well. Shimmer, and what's another place? I can't think of the other place. Oh, my God, I'm going to shoot myself in the foot.
What's that, WSU? Yeah,
WSU, exactly. But, I mean, I really want to travel more, and I actually want to go to California. Once again, if you guys are listening. But, I mean, I really want to travel all over.
And post it onto your MySpace so that when they come visit your page, they can listen to this and hear your request from your own mouth, and you want to go. And then, then they can send you the invitation that you want to go to various promotions, as long as they're paying you reasonable money. Let's put that out there.
Yeah.
You don't want to do it for free.
Yeah, honestly, as long as you guys get my travel, I'm basically good. I can get my food and maybe a place to crash that's safe, not a roach-infested hotel, preferably. But most of the time, if they get to travel, because that's the worst part, if travel's involved, I'm in. All right. But, I mean, there's a lot of girls around the state. I went to, I'm going back to Memphis in a couple of weeks. Promotion called MLW, baby, the custom shoots. I meet so many girls up here. I mean, they come from Minnesota, Arkansas, Ohio, Tennessee, Alabama, and it's like the cult of women's wrestlers.
You just brought up the post that you had on your page, the custom shoots. Just explain the custom shoots for those that do not know and they're only familiar with the average promotion. Custom shoots are just slightly different, so explain to them what that is and what that's about.
All right. Basically, custom shoots are matches made by the fans and wrestled by the wrestlers. So if you ever have like any type of writing, background or anything like that, what happens is that you pick two wrestlers. So let's just say me and Amy Lee, because that's my home dog. You pick me and her, and you write out what you want for the match. So if you want her to give me like 8,000 pile drivers, or you want me to try to suplex her and break my back or something, we go ahead and do that for you. But basically it's everything that you want in a match wrestled by two of your favorite wrestlers. And basically, you go ahead, you do that. Sadly, not sadly, I guess, but it does cost money, depending on how long you want the match, and that's how we get paid. Basically, we wrestle group fantasy match. We normally wear, there are some restrictions to what we wear, because I will say no to topless. I promise you that. But for the most part, guys will be like, hey, do you want to wear a bikini? All right, cool. All right. But, or, hey, I like that blue and gold gear you have. Could you wear that? Or could you wear your camo gear? I mean, you basically have control of us, of every movement that we make in these things. And we do it all for you.
They call the match from bell to bell. Yeah,
they call the match from bell to bell, even sometimes after it. I mean, the craziest thing I think I've done is I was in a Hello Kitty towel. in a swimsuit.
All right.
And I came out to wrestle Sue Young. Yes, that's how that match went. And
Hello Kitty towel. Somebody actually requested a Hello Kitty towel. This is
yes,
a guy.
they requested. Yes, I don't know who it is. Like, we don't know who writes these. You have complete confidentiality unless you want to hit me up on my face and be like, hey, I want to buy a custom. I'm like, all right. What do you want?
Man, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
That I just watched The Gamer like the other day. That really is extra hilarious to me.
Basically, it's just like that. So, I mean, it's a great way for us to get money because basically all my money goes toward traveling expenses and school loans. But yeah,
yes.
it all goes toward the wrestlers. Yes. But it all goes toward the wrestlers, and you're benefiting us more than you can imagine, basically. And for everyone that normally buys one from me, I normally go ahead and throw an 8x10 and I mail it off to them. Autograph exclusive 8x10. None of the pictures that are on the website. But yeah, that's my spill about that. Any other questions?
Oh, yeah, that was a good plug. I mean, you just put over the custom matches. You know, like I said, I didn't know that it was from bill to bill actually until you just said. I figured they provide a storyline.
Well, some people that buy these, they just want to see two people wrestle. Like I had a guy, he just wanted to see me and Jazz wrestle, and he just like, oh, what if you guys wrestle? I want Jazz to win. All right, cool. So we go out there, we have a 15-minute match and do whatever. Sadly, Jazz this time won't be able to make it, which is really sad, but you still have Amy Lee, you have Sassy Stephanie, you have Claudia Del Solis, who else? You have Lily May, you have Simply Luscious, who used to be in TNA as well. But, all of us girls on this particular, I can't speak for other custom shoots. I know nothing about them. But all the girls that work for MLW are professional. We are trained. And a lot of these custom places, they will try to take your money and they will try to screw you over. They will put girls in the ring that just have TNA and that don't know how to wrestle. So, I want to say just go out and help us out as much as you can, but I can't speak for anyone except for MLW when I say this, but MLW will not screw you over. Yes, there are places that will, so be careful if you're going to be buying those. So.
Well, then you want to plug the website. Tell them how they can get a hold of MLW. I know they can go through your MySpace as well, but is there a full web address that they can hit for MLW?
Yes, there is. You can go to mlwonline.com. And if that's not it, because we all know how awesome I am at remembering things, which is not at all, go to my MySpace, which again is myspace.com/WG06Athena. So, and that'll take you there as well. Just click on the first blog or status update that I have, and it should take you directly to the website. And if it takes you any place else, I'm very sorry ahead of time. So.
Fantastic. You've gotten your plug in for that. So,
yeah.
All the wonderful women. You see what a company person you are, that you've actually helped them out without even working there full time. It's great stuff.
Believe it or not, this is like my second time working for them, and sadly it's going to be the last. So hopefully anybody that does customs out there, the guy is really great. His name is Daryl, and he's a very family-oriented man, and what he's doing is a lot of the money that he makes, he works like 2 or 3 jobs, he's donating to build church. So this will actually be our last time filming for MLW. So once again, guys, if you want a custom shoot with me, this will be your, basically last time for a long time to get one. And that's why I keep telling everybody as far as that goes. But he's a very, very family-oriented man, awesome, amazing person. I've had the privilege of meeting in my career. But he's going to call it quits because he wants to help out his church. He wants to actually build a gorgeous church which has a facility for homeless and stuff like that. So I can't be mad at him for that. He's been in the business 25-plus years. And, sometimes we have to call it quits because we want to pursue other things. Not me, but, sometimes that happens. And sometimes life presents opportunities that, will be better. So.
Is sports entertainment all that you choose to pursue right now? Is it?
I'm going to school for a backup, but really, what I want to do with my life, I love this with the passion, and I mean, if I had the opportunity to do it, I would, and I do it all day, every day. I mean, so that's it.
You can talk over that. Don't worry about the music underneath.
I'm sorry, but I mean, whether it's WWE, whether it's WWE or TNA, as long as I get to showcase my ability and just prove that I'm the best out there and do what makes me happy at the end of the day, I'm completely fine. So
that's all you're looking for.
Yeah. I mean, who wouldn't love going out there being cheered by thousands of fans, even millions? But I mean, this
that's
is.
True.
I mean, it's hard for me to explain.
Opportunity.
I mean, it's hard to explain, but I mean, this is really what I want to do for the rest of my life, and I know every person that you probably run across says that, but I mean, when you're good, you're good.
That's why I have to ask this question. You know, you are correct. The ones I run across have always said this is what I wanted to do for. But now, you earlier told me The Rock had a profound influence on you, and you see where he's gone. You know, he's a A-list actor now. So the question is, if it presented itself to you, would you do it?
If it presented itself to me that I would be in a movie role,
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm lying, but yeah, I would probably do it. But at the same time, I probably would never quit wrestling. I love it too much, and I mean, I've tried to quit before. Yeah, I've tried to quit before, and it just doesn't work that way at all. But like I said, I love this business with a passion, and anyone that wants to get into it, I wish them all the best of luck. It's a hard road, but it's not about the destination, it's about the road getting there. And I've been told that by a lot of the greats, and, you know, finally being 21 and a little bit older, started when I was 17, but, 18, but being in this business, it changes you a lot. I'm a different person than what I was in high school and middle school. And, you know, I've definitely changed for the better. I've grown up a lot because of this business. I've had a lot of shortcomings because of this business. But at the end of the day, it's the only thing in this world that truly makes me happy. And I mean, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I mean, if you're good, you're good. But only the best can be a goddess.
Oh, okay. That is the promo. Is that the close? That's their catch right there?
Actually, no. I normally end with "I'm nothing but trouble," but that just seemed to go with it. So.
Hey, I think you go with the other one. that's got a nicer ring to it.
Oh, nothing but trouble?
No.
Right.
When you're good, you're good. But when you're the best, you're the goddess. How can you not use that?
I just came up with it as I was talking. I don't know. I like to, you know, let it slide, let it free flow. Because apparently I've been told. What?
Listen to yourself later on when you got some time. I'm telling you that's it. You just came up with your hook right there. That's boom. That's it. Maybe it's
all right.
I'm saying. I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying. You know,
well, I'll definitely have to listen to this when I get home today. But yeah.
And you've managed to do a full-blown interview. That's how good the Athena personality is.
Yep.
She was able to go. And I know I've cut out some of your Raw viewing party, which you will be able to catch on DVR. Of course, there's always online. All the results are up right now on WWE.com. Let me put out a quick plug for them of all the draft switches and swaps. And I have to say this real quick before I run out of time. Explain it. Do you enjoy the draft?
I do.
You do?
It's all sorts of fun for me. I don't know. Like, it's a great opportunity for people to get noticed. And, I mean, a lot of people, I don't know how I want to say this, but But I personally like the draft. It's a huge shock for me every time. You know, you try to guess to see who's going here. But, I mean, WWE's been doing a great job of keeping me shocked lately. So I'm like, ooh, well, who's Teddy Long drafting to SmackDown? Well, you know, and, I mean, I don't know exactly how to say it, but, I mean, anything that keeps me interested and wondering what's going to happen next, you know, you have my vote, so.
That's all you're looking for.
Yes, I am. As long as you keep me entertained, I have no problem.
Fair enough. I got no problem with that, and I think we all look for some entertainment out of them, and they usually do a pretty reasonable job. I have to give them that. There is no one better than creating stars in the WWE. That much I will say without question.
That is true.
I don't think any federation has ever managed to do what they are capable of as far as building people.
No, I don't. I think I can agree. I won't debate that tonight. We'll save that for another conversation.
Yeah, that's right, because this is my closing theme now. We are coming
All
on
right.
to the last minute of the show. It actually went by a lot faster than what I anticipated, because I had a bunch of stuff that was written down for me to talk about, but I'll say that for another day, another show, and I want to openly extend my invitation for you to return. You know, we would love to have you back on the air.
Most definitely,
The next time I do it, I'm going to open up the lines for you. This time I wanted to give you exclusive time to where, you know, you didn't have to worry about intruding phone calls or anything like that. But next time, I may open up the phone line so you can deal with people. Can you handle that?
I have no clue. I can definitely handle that. Bring them on next time. So.
Okay. You know, I just wanted to be sure now. You know, when I tell y'all I give you exclusive time, I give you exclusive time. So this was your hour. This was the Athena hour. And
yes.
I'm pretty sure there's much more stuff that I could touch on in the course of a conversation with you, but I will save that for later.
All right.
Thank you for coming on, and I appreciate your
no problem
time.
at all. Thank you for having me, man.
You're very entertaining.
I try. Remember, I'm a sports entertainer.
Yes, you are a sports entertainer, so it goes with the territory. I will be talking with you later on. Thank you for listening, everybody out there. We appreciate your viewing or listening to the show, and catch us next week. And I will have some extra guests. Hopefully, Athena will be back sometime within the course of the month, and we will end it on that note. Bye-bye.
All right, peace out.